Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video we are going to be exploring the fun topics of setups. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've heard all sorts of things around setups. Don't bother about them, they're not going to make you fast. You need to be practicing, not worrying about setups, things like that. While I do agree to some degree with this, I am, although, a strong believer that some tiny setup adjustments, which I believe every sim racer should know at least a little bit how to do, what to change, how the change is going to affect the car, because it can give you confidence, and if you have better confidence in the car, you are going to be producing better lap times. So from that sign, I do agree that setups might make you a little bit faster, but the purpose of this video is to figure out if getting paid setups, so setups that have been built by some really fast people, some really good people, if they're worth the bother, if they're worth spending your hard-earned money on or not, because I'm sure you've noticed that lately we have more and more vendors and really fast people trying to sell you these setups. So, should you get them? Should you not? Let's see what happens. Join me in a couple of laps where I'll be comparing my personal setup that I've used in a DGSR race not long ago on the Mo Ultimate in Fuji. And I'll compare it to a purchased setup to see if it does really make me quicker, or if I'll be continuing to do small adjustments to setups myself. Give me that previously mentioned confidence. Anyway, join me in a bit in the cockpit and enjoy. Alrighty then, here we are. Let's go load up the setup. So 963 R2, which is my personal setup. I am going to set it to 20% virtual energy. I don't build separate quali setups for myself usually. I'm just going to use my race setup. I'm going to do the same in the professionally built setup as well. Anyway, enough talking. Let's go out on track. Yes, I am using tire warmers because it makes it a little bit easier for such videos, because the tires get up to temperature a little bit quicker, so you don't need to suffer together with me trying to warm them up. Ooh. I already forgot a little bit how the hypercars drove, or anything drives in the sim, to be honest. I haven't been in the rig since the DGSR Portimao race, which is I think already 2 weeks ago. What are those Windows sounds constantly pinging? It's a little bit discouraging. But anyway, just going to try and focus on driving for a while. So the setup that I've built, it's very much to my liking. The rear steps out on the corner exit a little bit. There was a bit of understeer over the crest here in the left-hander. I'm wondering how the other setup is going to feel like, but now it's hammer time for the first flying lap. Let's see how this goes. Okay, let's go for lap number 2. Hopefully this time we don't invalidate. Of course, we have no idea what the lap time this time was. Probably around about 1:30. Just Did not want to turn here. A little bit conservative this time. Oh, missed the corner completely. I hope I can do one good lap. I have a feeling like the setup that I'm using right now is a little bit understeery, particularly in the slow stuff. Just doesn't want to turn. But anyway, this is going to be the first lap on my personal setup with a lap time. Still have enough for around about 3 laps. 29.4. I know I can do better. Bit of a bad exit out of the last corner. This will compromise our lap time a little bit. But no matter, we power on. Okay. Again, couldn't get it turned here. Still in the green, although it is a very messy lap. I'm feeling like I'm overdriving a little bit. Just a tad, just a smidge. It is going to be an improvement, but I know I can do better and I have the energy, so I am gonna go for another. $29.4. Okay, that was cleaner. Oh, no, 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 no! Well, that's gonna be it. 29.4, although I did see a 29 dead on the Delta. Doesn't matter. This is what I achieved with my setup. So now we're gonna go in the pits, load up the professionally built setup, and see how I do then. Here we are again in the setup page. So, yeah, as you can see, I am using the HIMO setups. I believe the E stands for eSport and S is for safe. So we're gonna go with eSports first. load up the race one, reduce virtual energy to 20%, and go to town. Let's see how I do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's gonna take a little bit of adjustment. I have a feeling picking the eSport setup was maybe not the way to go. Holy shit! Whoa, 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 whoa. Might also be a skill issue. tiny chance that this is a skill issue. I am really trying, but whoa. This corner again. Wow, no, nope, 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 nope. Oh, this might have been a mistake. Let's see if I can do on the IMO safe setup any better. So, back into setup screen. 2G safe race. Go down to 20%. And let's see. Let's see how this works. Although I do have a feeling that this might be more to my liking. Or not to my liking, or yeah, also to my liking, but also to my skill level. It's very comparable to my setup, I would say. Except it does turn in a little bit better in slow speed. That's what I can say after finishing 3/4 of a lap. Okay, let's see. First flyer. HIMO safe race setup. Ooh. That's gonna be an invalid one. Jesus Christ. Okay, lap number 2. Of course, it is important to give yourself a couple of laps when you're making setup adjustments or setup changes to kind of adjust your muscle memory as well a little bit. It might be just the first laps, me being unadjusted to the setup. That would have been a good exit if I didn't lose traction there. Still through this fast right-hander, where I'm losing the rear a lot. I think it's gonna be an improvement. It is a 29.1. 29 1.4. Okay. Wow, that was a bit messy. Ooh, spun it. Almost spun it as well. Another improvement, 29.0. Roughly what I was on about in my last lap when I was driving on my setup, and after I spun in that penultimate corner. Think this is enough for now, although we do still have some energy left, but I already left it, so yeah, we are going to end here. I think this has been enough to kinda yeah, give me the insight and that I can share my thoughts on do setups make you quicker. And yeah, I'll catch you in a bit as I climb out of VR. Okay, and here we are, out of VR, out of the car, virtual car, and yeah, we've just done a couple of laps on the setup that I've personally adjusted from the base to kind of suit my driving style a little bit more. I gave the Hymo eSport setup a go. I figured out I'm not an eSport driver. It went as bad as you would expect. And I did try out the Hymo Safe Race setup as well. Did the setup make me faster? Unshockingly, no, it didn't. So the people, yeah, were correct. The setups do not make you any quicker, no matter how good they are, or if they're even too good, they make you even a lot worse because you're spinning off, hitting a wall, as we saw in the esports section. So should you buy them? I'm not going to be telling you yes or no here, but I know for myself, yeah, I'm going to continue making adjustments to my setups myself. Was the Hymo safe setup a little bit better for me? Yes, in some situations I did like the turn in a little bit more in the slow speeds, but still in the fast right-hander it was still too dicey for me to on the edge for my skill level. I would not like to be driving this for a longer race. I would most probably at one point, or sorry, unalive myself, be more correct. So yeah, are the setups making you better? No, definitely not. What does make you better is practice, 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 practice. Learning the track, learning the techniques of driving, and so on. The setup will not make you faster. When you are at the limit of your what can actually be already done, then the setup can help you a little bit to find those last couple of tenths, but that's it. Because let's face it, even with the what I now described as a slightly better setup to my own, so the Hymo safe setup, my lap time wasn't wildly better. Yes, it was better from the best lap that I could set on my setup in that session, but if you remember the last lap where I was driving, I was still roughly 4 tenths up before I spun, unfortunately. So if I didn't spin there, more lap times would be roughly the same. So yeah, the purchased setup didn't make me better. I know what I'm going to do moving on. Like I said before, I'm going to try and build my own setups. I am going to share them and prepare for the show here on the Ultimate Setup Hub, where you can download setups freely without charge. And of course, we also will appreciate if you share your setups there as well. Shill over. And yeah, keep my hard-earned money for something else for now. Of course, not judging anyone who is buying the setups. It's your hard-earned cash. Do with it what you will. But yeah, I think, or I hope that this video will help you decide a little bit easier if you should go for those setups or not, or even if you should worry about setups or just keep on practicing. I will advise just keep on practicing. And that's it. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.